Right, so my 1940s gloves are done. I will just apologize for the lighting. I don't be like, oh, my dog ate my homework, but my rabbit chewed my cables. So this is what we're dealing with. But they are done. Very happy. I took them to the opera and they were nice and warm and comfortable. So the other pair, is it done? It is too. This is a gift for someone, so they are a bit bigger. They wanted them a bit bigger as well than their hands, so they're bigger and bigger. And I don't know, I like the way the stitches look on this one a lot more than this one. And this one, it just looks messy. I'm not blind. It looks kind of, ugh. Like, especially in comparison, this one, like, oh, 1940s, nice and dainty and cute. And this one's like, ugh. It was like a fair aisle kind of yarn as well, but because you're working up and down, it creates these stripes and there's no cohesion from stripe to stripe. It's not my look. And then the stitch as well, you go back loop, front loop, back loop, front loop. And on this one, I think it's lost. I think it is. It's a nice texture to touch, but I think it is a bit lost on this. But that's all right. They're nice and done, and the person who wants them likes them, so that's the most important. These ones are also warm. They are wool. Those are, what did I say they were? Cashmere and wool, were they? And this one's wool. Okay. And last time I said I was going to make the work basket, and I have. I stuck to my word. Oop, there she is. And my one, I follow the pattern completely apart from the last row, which is these spikes. But that's the complete last one. It doesn't affect anything prior. And as much as I like the pattern, my one did not come out like this. I think I would have to starch it a lot more, but it came out more of a handbag, which is nice, it's fine. But I did have an issue with this one because what you're seeing is, oh, she's following the pattern. I'm looking at the engraving and the pattern. And from my knowledge from publishers, and this is over decades of someone else's work, and this is their stories, and this is what I've gathered, okay? So sometimes someone makes something in crochet, like you would have something like this, and then someone would have to decipher how it goes, and they would write the pattern. So it wouldn't be the original maker of it writing the pattern, it would be someone seeing it and then doing it, which leaves out little variants, you know? Something only a crocheter would kind of get. Like this one, it didn't mention going in the round. I assumed it's in the round for the entire thing. And that's why I did. It worked out fine. But if you're kind of writing the pattern for someone, you may not really differentiate between that, you know? And then sometimes someone writing the pattern doesn't crochet at all. There was this lady who knits who wrote a crochet pattern, and then obviously it wasn't good because you don't know what you're doing, you know? I can't write a knitting pattern because God knows what they're up to. But yeah, it's nothing against Weldon or anything. It's just, I'm always second guessing myself because I'm like, oh, well, if someone doesn't finds it differently, so what? This is what I found. The pattern does not match up completely with the engraving. The engraving here, you can see points. And that is, let me see, I don't have my glasses, so hold on. That is the last round, and that is 5 treble, because they do long treble as well, but that is just 5 treble. No matter how you stiffen it, it won't come to a point like that. It will stay arched. You're creating a scallop, a shell, whatever you call it. It won't be a fierce point like that. For that, you need a chain up there, or you need to do double crochet treble, double crochets. So anyway, I just found like a bit odd. And then around here I'm seeing holes, so that's a 1 chain. No matter if you're doing whatever treble's there, you have 1 chain, but they didn't mention that. So maybe it was also a space thing, because sometimes that is the issue. You have limit on words or on space, so you have to cut it down and condense as much as you can. Otherwise it was pretty well written. I had no issues. All of this down here is about like putting varnish on it and starching it, all of that. just to stiffen it, which I didn't have Brunswick black or brown Japan varnish. Don't think it would matter, because I didn't use cotton anyways. I used this synthetic kind of ribbon, and I used a 3mm, so it would kind of wind it tighter so it would stiffen up, which I don't think happened anyway, because I ended up with a handbag. But it's a nice one, I have to say, it's nice. And then the points here didn't match up with my ones, so here they have 3 points between their handles. I have around 6. And then I think on the sides they had like 9 and 10. I had uneven as well. So at least I got that right, but sometimes it is just little nuances which are like, was it the pattern, was it me, was it the engraving? Sometimes the engraving, it's just not following the pattern itself, which is kind of annoying because you study this and you're looking at every single thing and it doesn't match. So everything I did exactly how it's supposed to be. Just the top row I did, was it 2 trebles, 1 chain, 2 trebles, 1 chain. For the down of it, 1 chain, 2 trebles, 1 chain, 2 trebles, 1 chain, so on, you know? Still didn't get the point. I got this is my handbag. I don't know why I put the ribbons like this. It makes it so much more 1930s, kind of like revival of Victorian. That's comparison. This is what we got. See, they're not pointy. And I starched in whatever bit is also the material I'm using. It is not made for this. But I do think it came out quite lovely. And again, the person it's for, they want it as a handbag, so it's ideal. And it is synthetic, so it's going to hold up really well against the ears. And it has this typical Victorian back loop down here, which I really like. And then inside, it's not very interesting. So they have you, they don't force you, but you work it, and you can see the holes here is how you work it. You would go in a oval for a few rounds, and then you would corner it out, so you can see those there. Excuse me. But it came out, try not to cough on you, I don't want to give you the plague as well. It came out pretty nice, and the thread wound against itself here, so that looks pretty cool. It looks nice, I'm happy, it's a nice handbag. It didn't stiffen. I do have a short of this and all of my gloves before I use them, just before they get a bit mangled. And this too, and it shows it standing up a bit because it can. It does have corners and a nice flat base, but it's just not starched. I wanted it really starched. I wanted it nice and solid in a basket, but it wouldn't matter anyways if the person wants a little handbag. And the ribbons, you can change the colors, you can put the bow here, how they had it, you can do all sorts. And with the same yarn, ASMR. You don't know how hard I'm trying not to cough on you. You're welcome. Oh, okay, I missed it. Okay, with the same yarn, I'm making this spill case. And I think it is the same author because it has the same ribbing here. Not ribbing, gridging. Bows tied in the same sloppy manner. The same spikes and handles. So this is going to be in the same yarn. And it will be a bit stiffer just because of the shape, and it is smaller. But I'm excited to make that. It looks super cute. And then, in the meantime, when I'm not crocheting, I started playing with pearly beads and made this guy, so super cute.